I was so incredibly excited to finally play Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I was such a huge fan of this ambitious franchise since the day the first game came out. I was an avid viewer of Markiplier, so when Five Nights at Freddy's was released, it was mind-blowing to see something that wasn't a Slender clone. Of course, we got a ton of Freddy clones after this, but even the concept itself was so different. It wasn't like a rip-off of a creepypasta, you were just a security guard working for a Chuck E. Cheese knockoff. And at night, the animatronics get a bit quirky and wanted to stuff you inside of them like an Iron Maiden. Then, of course, the lore got out of hand. A game that had such a simple concept was now all about kids' souls possessing the animatronics and trying to get revenge on this purple criminal in the bite of 87. And I can only assume this was the case because Scott Cawthon knew he had a cash cow, but didn't know where else to go with it, so he had MatPat write all the sequels. I'll admit, I do like the gameplay of everything up to 4 and everything after. I really don't like playing 4, and I will admit, it was clever and admirable to hide lore inside of a completely free-to-play quote-unquote pizzeria simulator, but this whole kids' soul shit is just obnoxious. Thankfully, Security Breach throws all of that out the window, and we have our most ambitious addition to the franchise yet. Now, instead of yet another camera-watching simulator, we're on our feet in a first-person exploration of the brand new Pizzaplex, fronted by Freddy and Chica, and nobody else memorable. I was so excited about this game, and I completely avoided it, as I do, now that I have to, play games for myself and write about them and shit. Then I finally got my hands on it and played it, and boy am I mixed about this game. I absolutely loved streaming it, I'll say that much. Even now that I'm done with it, I'm almost tempted to go back in and get all the collectibles just as an excuse to stream it more. Yeah, I didn't go out of my way to get every single collectible or all 7 fucking endings, but I did get the 2 most important endings, and that's what matters. This is the best game that has Five Nights at Freddy's attached to it, but that does not make it a great game. It's good at most. Was it enjoyable? Hell yes. But was it also a buggy mess with some incredibly strange and frustrating decisions? Also hell fucking yes. Let's dive into it. The game starts with an animated cutscene showing the ensemble of animatronics for the Pizzaplex. This is the game. This is the whole game, actually.
They're all very sexy, by the way.
It's just the whole game. He's been holding that microphone for a really long time and hasn't said anything. I want him to never sing for the whole song. He's just holding a microphone. Until Freddy malfunctions and collapses. Oh, uh-oh. Is this the bite of 87? That's a lot of people in that crowd. Booting up into safe mode, Freddy is talking to himself about it until Gregory, the child you play as, tells him to shut up. You come out of Freddy and he examines you. That was weird. Ah! I didn't know this game would be so scary so early.
Your death profile is unknown to me.
He wants to let someone know that you're still inside the facility, but he's cut off from the network because of the malfunction. And after you insist that you don't want the security guard to know you're here, he gives you a Fazwatch, sending you a message telling you about a button leading to the back rooms. Now that the game is actually starting, certain issues are already apparent. I can understand why saving and collecting items require you to hold E for so long. Dude, I hate that. But instruction cards? There's going to be a lot of these in the game, some especially irritating and unnecessary, and I feel like that might get brushed off as being purposeful, like they want to irritate you, but is that really a valid excuse? There's also a save point, and I've got a major issue revolving around these babies later. You climb through the vents and get a feel for every animatronic's personality. Okay, at least this is a healthy coping mechanism. That's a lot of pizza on the ground, never mind. That's a lot. That one's not even fucking shit. We haven't even touched that one. And drop out into Rockstar Row. Trying to get back into Freddy's room requires a photo pass, and this is going to be the motivation for most objectives in Security Breach. I was just waiting for him to be like, Gregory! Gregory! It's me! Your friend! Freddy! Or should I say, Friendy Fazbear? Greg! Greg, come back! The game is almost like a Metroidvania, leading you along to roam around and find different passes to get into different rooms, along with a security badge that scales up as you progress. Hilariously, there's security level 10 doors, but these lead nowhere as you can only get up to security level 8. I'm under the assumption that these will be left to some kind of DLC. Something kind of funny and kind of sad to me is that this free-roaming Metroidvania element would be so awesome to me, but it doesn't really start until 4 AM, as the rest of the game just sort of leads you along in a semi-linear manner, with sections literally being blocked off as you're not meant to go there yet. Back at Rockstar Row, I have another point here I want to preface by saying, I love the new designs for the animatronics. I so much prefer the idea that these animatronics look completely harmless, but can actually be incredibly malicious. It's like the killer clown principle. Killer clowns aren't supposed to look scary unless you already have some kind of fear of clowns. They're meant to be completely innocent looking, but deep down it's a murderous psychopath in makeup. This doesn't totally apply to the in-progress sorts of animatronics like Mangle, because it only looks that way because it's not completely together. I can't wait. But other animatronics like Ennard or Springtrap or any of the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 animatronics are purely designed to be scary. They don't have that mask of innocence. So why the fuck are they littered around the Pizzaplex like kids would completely enjoy their existence? I'm gonna dedicate this section to purely talking about the aesthetic choices of Security Breach. Dude, I get that it's a callback, but like, what appeals about that? Like that's the thing. That's the thing with, and I get that these are Halloween decorations, but still, like, this is a kid's place. like this! This is a kid's place! And there, yeah, this one makes the most sense, because it's like, yeah, zombie Freddy.
Fun for
And
the
then,
whole family.
and then here you go, vampire.
Is anyone gun with a gun?
No. But that's like the super secret one from, like, fucking Sister Location.
Yeah, Ennard.
Ah!
I don't. See, in hindsight, I'm not sure making Freddy's face everything was the best idea.
Here's a little tangent I went on, wondering what purpose the moon served to the Pizzaplex, because he definitely does not seem child appropriate. But then I found posters talking about how there is a moon sleepy time candy. Sleepy time candy? That sounds fucking sick. That's so funny because, like, in my head, I didn't have it worded in a way where I like for sure knew I was gonna say it yet. But I was about to be like with the way that the moon behaves, I'm genuinely shocked that anyone here would give it like a full body for like to interact with children. Like, obviously, if they didn't intend on it to interact with children, they wouldn't have made a full suit. I am absolutely in love with this map. I literally ranted on my stream about how I would love this as a VR chat or Tower Unite map, just hanging out with people in this beautiful complex. It's absolutely massive. The lights look amazing. This literally looks like a place where in the daytime, people would bring their kids here to spend time with them playing Monty Golf or going to the Fastcade. This isn't entirely an issue, but it feels to me like this place is too big to not have a hotel built into it or attached in some way. It feels like there might be too much to do here to only be able to do it in between, say, 8 to 10 at the most generous. I even argued that the age range here could be maybe 4 to 16, putting the number that high because Gregory, who is assumedly 8 to 12 years old, is too short to ride the Roxy Raceway go-karts without a robot assistant.
I am so sorry, Gregory. It appears you are not tall enough to ride the carts alone.
No! But if your range of appeal is that wide, why all the animatronics? I get that they're like the face of the company, but you have a hallway literally dedicated to watching the animatronics in their green rooms getting prepared for whatever they're going to be doing. The dance floor area, literally my favorite in the game, is massive. This could hold like 1,000 people. There's so many arcade machines. This is like a little smaller than a Dave & Buster's, and it's just a section of the Pizzaplex. I just actually want this to exist as a social space, even if it's just relegated to online. At first, I had no idea these vertical security doors would just open if you approached them. I just assumed the whole place was on lockdown. Finding the photo pass, you come back to Freddy and get back inside of him, using him to get through the Freddy-specific door and into the basement. He then runs to the medical center despite your protests and makes you hide from Vanessa, the security guard.
I am taking you to the first aid station.
There's no time. I'm fine.
Frundy! That's what Freddy says to all the kids he molests. Oh no. After their exchange,
You're supposed to be on lockdown. Vanessa.
you take him to a charging station and head off on your own for now. Left to your own devices, you run into Chica and are taught the basic mechanics of dealing with animatronics on your own. You use a distraction to get around her, and then you're forced into a scripted chase sequence running from Monty and Chica. Ending up in a security office, Freddy gives you access to cameras, which are so inconvenient to get to that I barely used them unless I was hiding and wanted to see if I was in the clear. This game had atrocious lag spikes, and I was playing on medium with a 2080 and a 2700X, so I spent most of the time running around with my fingers crossed over trying to check the Fazwatch menus, as going in and out of the watch was very clunky. Even the reticle setting simply doesn't work, so I played this game with my monitor crosshair on. I only did this because the lobby access hitbox was stupidly low. This section has you work your way into the customer service area to upgrade your complimentary dance pass to a pass to get into the pizzeria. Jesus! Getting there, the machine eats your pass, but using the free gift magnet you get from the shop on the other side, scrambles the machine and gets you a daycare pass. It wasn't exactly what you were looking for, but Freddy can meet you there. Walking over and sliding down into the daycare... Oh yes, this is the part I was excited for. I just remember it from the trailers. I don't like that. He's just under me. You're greeted by the daycare attendant who grabs you and annoys you until you distract him and run to the security desk.
You don't know how many people want to fuck that character, by the way.
What, the sunny drop?
Yeah.
What?
You
As far as I know, it's just an orb. Here you get a security badge and flashlight before the attendant freaks out at you and turns into his moon form, threatening to punish you for being naughty. Of the entire game, this was the scariest section. Where everything else in the game is running away and hiding, the moon is more of a looming and lurking threat, slowly approaching if you're not managing to distract and avoid him while turning on generators to turn the lights back on. I only wish his AI was a little bit better, as he didn't seem to enter the play structures very often. How does he know, like, right where I am? Why is he crawling like that? Bro, what the fuck? What? Dude, I don't know where this last one is. Anymore. Even I've already hit it. No, no way! Oh! After turning the last generator on, the lights come on and you can leave through the main gate, but not without being picked up by the daycare attendant in sun form again, banning you from the daycare and calling security on you. Thankfully, Freddy is right outside so you can enter him and be safe, and you take him to the charging station. While inside, you see a rabbit animatronic skip by, but Freddy doesn't. Now that you have the security badge, you can take the elevator into the main pizzeria. Why are you looking at me like that? He's looking at me like expectantly. And then looking away timidly. Whatever, this is...
Hi. Please
what
take
the
this map.
And also take a map. Thank you. This is the atrium, essentially the main hub for every attraction, but alas, it's not yet free roam time. The objective now is to get to the loading docks as an alternative exit for Gregory. To the left, I climb through a vent, and this is where you first encounter the Music Man. This is just a scripted chase sequence to make you sprint through the vents, completely unnecessary and never tense. I never got caught by these. Eventually, you end up unrealistically sliding down the vent, making 90-degree turns on a clearly bumpy surface without losing any momentum. Boy, I hate that. Yeah, that's how sliding works. And end up in some weird underground offices. I had one of the biggest issues with scripting in the game here, where you sneak past Chica, but then passing through the office she exits, the game spawns a different Chica in to chase you. But when I tried to backtrack around this Chica, thinking it was the same one, I ran into the original Chica. With further examination, it looks like I also might have passed over the trigger that spawns the new Chica in again, and it spawned her in again. Are you fucking kidding me? What? Wait, huh? Okay, that's scripted. It's scripted. It's scripted. Fuck you, game. I sneak past her, but as soon as I hit a threshold, she automatically knows where I am. Is that not the most irritating thing in the fucking world? It's like Wildlands. Like, me and Gage, we love Wildlands, but the fucking, like, add-on missions, like the bonus missions, instead of it being like, you know, here's a base, here's all the dudes in the base that all go on their, like, patrol patterns. Let's see. Yep, she automatically knows. Instead, it's like you do part of the mission and then it spawns new people in. Even though the whole point of the game is that you can, like, scan for dudes to know exactly where they are. And it's all scripted. It's annoyingly scripted. After successfully fleeing from Chica, you end up trapped in another security room, so to distract her, you take control of a pizza-making robot to lure her away from the door. At this point, I was questioning Gregory's motivation, and it's weird to me how the game really switches direction towards the end, where Gregory doesn't want to leave because he wants to stop the bad things that have happened at the Pizzaplex. But up until that point, literally 6 a.m., we don't have anything really establishing that. But right now, Gregory is trying to get out, but he's avoiding security, which at this point only says they want to take him home. It comes off as really backwards. Like, I feel like we should have seen something more malicious happening that was being covered up. And no, don't point to the other game's lore as the reasoning. Every game's story should be able to stand out on its own unless it is a direct sequel to the game that came before it. Like, you can play any of the BioShock games on their own. Nothing that we see in the game gives Gregory a good reason to not want to get caught by security. After baking the pizza, Chica attacks the robot, allowing Gregory to sneak past. In the loading dock, the controls are locked and require a level 7 security badge now, so Freddy asks you to come back to him. Why would this exit door lock from the outside? Chica also somehow ends up ahead of you again. She got past me somehow. I get that she has to shit out the pizza, but you would have had to walk past me. This section was the most frustrating one for me, as all these doors required level 3 security and I was only at level 2, and it took forever for me to find this one little side section I had to sneak into. Entering the door that opens, a cutscene happens where another map bot ambushes you, giving Vanessa an opportunity to grab you. You wake up in a security office and Vanessa verbally chastises you on the monitors, saying you'll wait there until the police or your parents come and pick you up. But then the monitors change to the rabbit and she starts coming down the stairs towards you. You open a gift box to receive a screwdriver and escape through a vent. Freddy tells you he stacked some boxes at the Roxy Raceway entrance to help you find him, and getting there, he appears to be injured. He wants help getting to parts and service, and the only way he knows to get there is by taking the main stage elevator down.
Sneak away. You can't outrun me.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What? You head through a tight corridor patrolled by security bots and grab the backstage pass. Coming back out into Rockstar Row and up into the stage controls, you grab a security badge and a performance disc, and Freddy contacts you on the monitors. You have to stop Roxy and Monty from entering the room while Freddy works his way to you. So you run around the room shocking whichever animatronic is banging on the door while opening locked doors for Freddy. It's actually pretty fun and engaging. Once Freddy reaches you, he pulls the vent cover from below and you jump down to him. Telling him about the disc, we're supposed to take it to the main stage to activate a performance program, giving us access to the lift controls. This leads to a long sequence where you follow Freddy to the main stage, sneak past all 3 animatronics from the ground floor to the 3rd, where the controls are, and then all the way back down to Freddy. Why is my sensitivity all shitty? Whoa. Wait, what? What? This took me quite a few attempts, one of which was especially painful because after you finally take the elevator down, you reach another hour threshold where the moon comes out, and not knowing which way to go, he appeared in front of me, so I took the other path, assuming him blocking one way meant I should go the other, and I was wrong. Like, some people are probably gonna be like, oh, you're just bad. It's like, no, I don't, like, the game says go somewhere, I don't know where to go, and I die while looking for it, and then I'm all the way back here. Like, it wastes my fucking time. Like, there should be a checkpoint at the bottom of this fucking elevator to stop wasting my fucking time. Yeah, follow you. Yeah, follow you. follow you. Follow Freddy, who doesn't move. Oh, good, it's right here. Cool. Thank you, game, for allowing me to go a completely different direction every time. You get to the charging station, but the moon takes Freddy away, so you have to find your way to parts and service alone. You go through the utility hallway, and this introduces the horrific glam rock endoskeletons, which are probably my favorite in the game. They act like weeping angels coming towards you as long as they're out of view, though you can see them move on cameras. That's horrifying. Working your way through parts and service, you have to manage keeping an eye on the endoskeletons while pressing buttons to open doors. Oh my god, they fucking hustle. Now this is fucking scary. And it's like also mechanically demanding. Like, this is where skill in a horror game comes into play. I do really like this section, but I had an awful experience doing it 4 different times because I thought the game bugged out and wouldn't let me leave. Once you get the security badge here, you're supposed to just go back through the vent you came in through, but the game wouldn't let me jump up there, and it was another Music Man encounter, so I just assumed the game wanted me to go some other way that didn't exist. Do I have to go through the vent? It didn't seem like it would let me. Why are they not labeled? Okay, so I can't get back up there. Oh, I'm dead. I really can't go back through here. There's even a shortcut door that opens after you grab the security badge that doesn't reopen if you go back through this section, which can make it incredibly confusing. I clearly used the vent to get in here. I know why I wouldn't be able to go through it. Like, that makes sense to me. Like, yeah, I know the name of where I'm supposed to go, but like, how to get there is a whole other fucking story. Like, when your game tells you where to go and makes you go into something like this and then loops you back around, typically where you had to go has something to do with where you come out of where you looped back around to. But it doesn't seem to be the case. What? No, you go through the vent. Oh my god, and it lets me on first try that time. Are you kidding me, game? Be mad at me all you want. You can watch and see where I tried to jump up into it and it wouldn't let me. You get why that would, like, completely make me think I couldn't. The game fucking gaslit me. I was gonna say that in this video, I forgot that I said it then. Getting to parts and service, Vanessa is interrogating Freddy about you, saying that you can't be returned to your parents because you're not in the records. After she leaves, you enter and Freddy is happy to see you, asking if you could reattach his head. This is a Simon Says minigame you'll have to do a few times, and the biggest example of my issue with the instruction cards. We'll have to do this 3 more times later, so it'll come up then. I leave inside of Freddy, and Vanessa is out here, but she isn't suspicious of me, even though she literally left Freddy without a head in parts and service. Wait, so is Vanessa, like, allowed to see me? Okay. I thought she'd be suspicious since she left Freddy. Freddy runs out of power and kills me. Why? That's what happens. Why? And then when I leave on foot this time, Rockstar Row is completely empty. Now you have to head to the prize counter security office through the East Arcade. I think this is just for a security upgrade. Obviously I should know this, I'm literally rewatching my playthrough, but they never say what the motivation behind this specific objective is. The East Arcade is so bland, it feels like it should be in the complimentary pass area, especially after seeing the dance room and how many arcade machines are in there. In the security room, grabbing the security badge causes the room to go into lockdown, and Roxy and Monty come in. You're meant to use the room in the middle's doors to keep them out, but of course they have a limited power supply. This part was pretty buggy, but I got through it okay. I do like the keep them out gimmicks this game has, but it only happens a couple of times. Oh. The fuck? Hello? Why not both? Just give them both. Ah! Leaving the prize counter is an even bigger nightmare, as now Roxy and Monty are patrolling the area looking for you, and you can easily dead-end yourself in a couple of blocked-off hallways. This is just bad luck. This is really just bad luck, ain't it? Oh yeah, this is bad luck. You win. There's also a save point in the middle of this area that is utterly dangerous. Like, here's me literally getting killed again before I load in. They really went out of their way to make a very large, very high-resolution map. They just couldn't, they couldn't divvy out the resources to make the entire map, like, to make it open world. Are you fucking kidding me? I roamed around like an idiot for way too long before realizing I had to get into Chica's green room to get the party pass. And this is where the game's Metroidvania intentions come into light. Man, this could have been such a great idea if it was fully fleshed out. With the party pass, you get to decide between going to Phaser Blaster or Monty Golf, with your goal being to take down Chica or Monty respectively. I went with Monty first, and Monty Golf is pretty unexceptional. It's just about exactly what you'd expect, a mini golf course, but it's hilariously easy to navigate. Reaching the security office, you get the upgrade, and Freddy freaks out about how they know you're here now, but nothing really changes. Monty is still around. Plus, the gameplay is god tier. You also get the Phas camera and the Mazer-size ticket, which is directly above Monty Golf in the way to get closer to defeating Monty. The Phas camera is one of 2 weapons you can use against the animatronics to halt their pursuit, as the flash stuns them, except Monty because of his sunglasses. Here I pointed out 2 major issues with the game, not exactly topical, but stuff like this sinks in much later. One thing I really dislike is that when a security bot catches you and spawns Chica, it will just keep repeatedly spawning her behind you, even while you're running away. I don't exactly know what causes the repeated spawning, but that's my issue. It just keeps going. That hitbox. See, that's what I'm talking about. You can hear it spawning.
Staff only. Who wants candy?
This repeated spawning comes back later to fuck me hard. The other thing, which I find kind of hilarious, is that every charging station is marked on the map, but the save points aren't. Entering Mazer-size, Freddy tells you about a vent in the back of the maze that leads to the Monty Golf catwalks, and I have quite a funny story about this maze. You're meant to find a control panel before the maze that controls the walls of the maze to make it actually solvable, because in its current state, you literally can't access the vent. There are 2 doors from the Mazer-size lobby leading to the maze area. The door on the left giving you perfect access to the control room to your right. It's literally right there, and straight ahead is the left maze entrance. Through the right door from the lobby, you only see the right maze door, and this is the exact path I took before running around in the maze for 20 minutes, being blown away at how well this maze is that it's actually tricking me. And there's some clever corner perspective tricks in the maze that could have hypothetically covered clever paths to get to the vent. But no, this maze was quite literally impossible in this state, and I had no idea for a while. Wait, what's in here?
These buttons change the maze. I wonder what the right combination is.
You're fucking joking! In the control room, there's a note telling you that the key to access the maze controls was left in the Daycare theater, so you have to backtrack to the Daycare. Heading all the way back in under the Daycare theater, the endoskeletons are down here as well, and this is another one of my favorite moments, and it really is just a moment. At the very bottom back of the basement is the maze control key, but as soon as you pick it up, every endoskeleton wakes up to start coming for you, so you really have to calculate your exit strategy or you're fucked. There's a save point right next to the maze control key pickup as well, so it's not unfair at all. I just think it's really cool that you just have to grab it and get the absolute fuck out. Oh, nope. Wow, I'm horrifically dead. I'm so fucking boned. The maze control puzzle is such a beautiful disaster of a puzzle. I really respect the idea the designers had for how to actually control the maze, but the combination of bugs, poor controls, and a convoluted concept make what could have been a decent idea utterly unbearable, especially because they did it like 3 different times thanks to a death setback and a broken save. I still think the funniest part was that I looked up multiple guides for the solution to this puzzle after giving up trying to learn how it actually worked, and even after following them to the T, none of them worked. Turns out one of the bugs I experienced doing this puzzle was that the monitor that was supposed to show me the maze changing just wasn't working. And of course, assuming all games are supposed to work, I thought it was just meant to run in each time and try. Thankfully, I died due to having to stand in an open doorway with a security bot patrolling mere feet from me, and that reset the monitor. Even better, it actually took 2 deaths for the monitor to start working again. The monitor works! Why is the monitor working now all of a sudden? When I say shitty controls, I mean I have to push Gregory's entire face into the button to be able to push it, and then have to walk over to the monitor to spot a discernible change. In a perfect world, this would just be a scripted sequence like the pizza bot, but you could actually just control the maze from overhead, able to completely see the entire maze, with arrows to click to move the row or column. The fixed camera position for the monitor is dog shit. I can really only tell what's going on for rows and columns 1 to 3, which is extra terrible because you need to get pieces from other columns over to 1 because the ones that are there will never result in a path to the vent. But of course, you can't actually see the other columns. Okay, that's bad. At least right now. What? No! Yeah, get the fuck out of here, bitch. Finally figuring out the maze, there's a save point directly at the end of the vent on the catwalks, and you use this cannon to shoot a ball at a target to start these carts coming through, and Monty comes with them. Dropping down to the catwalks below, your objective is to run around avoiding Monty, while using what opportunities you can to shoot balls into this bucket. I love this idea, it feels reminiscent of a Resident Evil boss fight. Oh, uh-oh. 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 Once the bucket is full, you run over to dump it, crushing and knocking Monty off of the catwalks and down to the stage below, and you loot the Monty claws off of him. With your newly acquired Freddy upgrade, you can head back to Roxy's green room and back down to parts and service to upgrade Freddy. And here it is. The most frustrated I got in all of Security Breach. And that's even more than the maze. The maze is bad, but it feels like an accidental failure, so I can somewhat forgive it. This feels like it was literally made to anger me. I said earlier that I hated having to hold E for so long to close instruction cards, and here, you get an instruction card for every single part you have to just click. On top of that, you get killed for trying to click the parts before the voice finishes explaining that you have to click the part that is literally glowing.
Let's begin.
Why do I have to wait for him to finish? I know what to do!
Great job. Now close the case.
It highlighted! Why do I have to wait for him to finish talking? And finally, the last part where you close the arm literally lies to you about what you can click, as it highlights the entire arm. But you're not allowed to click on the open sides that are highlighted. You're only allowed to click on the middle part. And the game kills you for believing its lie.
Great job. Now close the casing.
Where do you want me to click? You are highlighting what I am meant to click. With that suffering out of the way, Freddy now has Monty's claws, and you can use them on fences that have these No Monty signs and chains on them, particularly the one blocking the way into Roxy Raceway, where you're meant to go next, but I don't recall the game ever saying to. I just went there on intuition after stumbling into the area earlier. Oh, here we go. Wait, but I remember walking all the way over there before. So why do I need it? What? Wandering inside, you find a go-kart with the headless robot in it, and since Gregory is too short to ride the carts by himself, he needs to get some head. How is it so hard to find some head around here? There is at least 2 women. No bitches? You find the head at the back of the northwest stairs. Fucking hell. But it's broken, so you have to find the dance pass to get into the West Arcade, where the only repair station is. Time for my favorite location in the game, but also one of my biggest setbacks. We'll get to that. After getting to the repair room, the security system shuts down the power to the area, so you have to reset the breakers, starting with the one at the very bottom by the dance floor. You then have to reset 3 more while working your way back up, avoiding Chica and the massive spider-like DJ Music Man, who never grabbed me, but was the most horrifying thing in the game. And it's like, well, I'm not arguing. What the fuck is that? What? What? Huh? After hitting all 3, you then have to hit the reset switch at the very back of the long hallway past the repair room. But at the end, the DJ Music Man comes out and chases you back to the room. Unfortunately, this is where I encountered a bug where the objective for resetting the last breaker didn't trigger, despite me saving after the DJ chase, and thus I couldn't interact with the head repair machine. Every single bug fix I read online didn't fix the issue, so I had to reload and autosave from before Monty Golf, and did all that all over again. Clearly, this is where I'm supposed to put it. Like, it literally says head deposit, and I have the head. I believe this all started after those damn Monty claws. This isn't a joke. On my second time through, after I put the claws on Freddy, first try this time, thankfully, the hour threshold happened and the moon appeared, so I had to get to a charging station with Freddy again. This didn't happen the first time through, and because of this, the objective to upgrade Freddy never cleared. This time around, after recharging Freddy, I got the objective to look for Roxy's weakness. I guess this not happening before explains why it glitched out before. Yeah, look at that! Okay, now it says Roxy's weakness. Okay. Even after catching all the way back up to after the DJ chase, it still didn't let me interact with the repair station. I still had to reload the save before it finally worked. Here we go. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna pee. Taking the repaired head back to the raceway, you put it on the headless robot and run that bitch down, snatching the eyes from her smashed husk. This doesn't stop her though, as she gets back up and hunts you down using sound, and you have to lure her to these doors to break through them. Oh. I panicked. With Roxy's eyes officially in hand, you can go back to parts and service and give them to Freddy with yet another Simon Says game. And he doesn't exactly appreciate that you killed his friend, but immediately forgets about that because it's almost 6 a.m. You can leave now, except the moon is back, so you have to get in Freddy, and instead of going to a recharge station and just waiting for the hour to come, you have to go straight to one of the exits from parts and service before Freddy runs out of battery. Unfortunately, I forgot the exact route from here to the front door, so I fucked up. To rub salt in the wound, you can't save after upgrading Freddy, so every retry I had to do the entire upgrade process again. Finally reaching the front exit, Gregory says that if he leaves now, there will be more disappearances and nothing will change, which has never been established through the game verbally until now, and I'm prompted with whether or not I should stay or leave. And here it is, that issue I had with saving all the way at the beginning of the video. If you choose to stay after 6 a.m., you are not able to save. I had a visceral negative reaction to this, as I had all of Chica's section, a section I had no clue about because obviously I had never done it before, and the super secret ending thing I knew about and was probably going to be difficult, which it was. I decided, however, that I would have to give it a shot if I was going to beat this game the way I intended, and I even made multiple saves beforehand to compensate for other endings. Honestly, the worst part of this lack of saving now is that Roxy's eyes, the upgrade that you get right before you have to leave, give you the ability to see collectibles through walls. I thought this was really cool for completionists and lore hunters, as you would get to explore the facility all over again with this new convenience to look for every possible item. The potential this upgrade had felt like it was tarnished by the potential of losing all of those collectibles, with a mistake quite easy to make thanks to this game's issues. After choosing to stay, Freddy provided me with another party pass to use to get into Phaser Blast, and I headed there. Inside Phaser Blast, you pass through a hall where the kids that would be playing laser tag would sit through a training seminar and get the Phaser Blaster. The blaster acts just like the camera, except it has 6 shots, and entering the arena, you have to capture the 3 flags inside while fighting waves of robots, and also avoiding Chica. With the last flag captured, you return the blaster before getting your own new one. Going through a nearby vent, you also find Vanny's room, giving you access to the Vanny option at the exits. We'll get to this later. In the security office, you get the last security badge upgrade and the bowling pass, which gives you access to Bonnie Bowling. Bonnie Bowling is relatively small and straightforward, as the only section to really explore is the kitchen area, where you find the Monty mystery mix and read a note about how it lures Chica or something. The note says not to throw away anything pizza or pizza scented, because Chica might be damaged in the trash compactor. Bitch, what isn't damaged by a trash compactor? Returning to the kitchen where you took control of the pizza bot, you now have to throw the Monty mix into the trash compactor and turn on a generator for it before crushing Chica, which is pretty straightforward. Except for the fact that you end up down in the dumps with Chica Chica. Extracting Chica's voice box, you work your way out of the sewers, but you encounter a door that requires a generator. Following the wire through a side section and turning the generator on, Chica appears, only making robotic shrieks and whirs as she comes after you. This process repeats until security bots appear on the way to the third one. I got caught, and in my panic, I kept running, and tragedy struck when I turned to look behind me. It spawned her behind me while I was running. Because the game always spawns the animatronic behind you when you get caught by security, and I was walking backwards, as soon as the spawn sound played, I backed into her, killing me instantly. I quit the game for the night. I didn't think I was ever going to come back to it, until Isaac informed me of the holiest of news. Apparently, if you go back to Roxy Raceway after 6 AM, you can trigger the damaged head spawn again and trick the game into believing it's 5:15, allowing you to save again while still getting all of the post 6 AM content.
Thank you.
Color of the
Yo! Yo!
There you go.
Now, you would never see me exploit a game to make it any easier, as I always play games blind on the hardest difficulty. But if I can stop the game from wasting my time, you bet your ass I'm gonna do something about it. With the time now being 5:15, I went and did everything all over again. Demo Konkai! Wakajimasu! Done it. I was finally free to beat the game at my own pace. There's this weird ass room full of post-it notes, and then I was up and out, finally free. But of course, since this was my victory lap, I took the time to play the first 2 games of Princess Quest, a couple of playable arcade machines you can find around the Pizzaplex that you have to beat for the ultimate ending. What are the controls? Oh, I click, even though I had to hit enter to play.
Muzzle.
My game crashed. With this being the final upgrade for Freddy, I took it down to parts and service, and it's unintentionally comical.
Test.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let it out
Phase
now.
complete. Activating safety protocols.
This upgrade allows Freddy to open fences that have a voice detector on them, and for some reason it also lets him stun animatronics, which makes no sense because animatronics aren't aggressive to him. The most important part about it though is now we can access the old elevator underneath Roxy Raceway and complete the true ending. Underground, there's some generators. Hi. Hi.
I took the shortcut, Gregory.
In what looks to be a much older pizzeria. You literally need Freddy to proceed underground, which is rather unclear, but breaking through the lowest part, you end up in some sort of security room with monitors and door controls. Your presence awakens Glitchtrap, who immediately begins to try to take control of Freddy, so you use a button on a monitor to light that room on fire. This is basically a boss fight where you delay the other animatronics from getting to you while you keep scorching Glitchtrap. I probably would have had a better time with this if I knew how to actually get rid of Roxy though. Chica is easily deterred by closing the door in her face. Monty is easily deterred by shutting the vent. But Roxy isn't stopped by the door for some reason. The only way to get rid of her is to get in Freddy and use the Chica noise to scare her out of the room. But the first time I got into Freddy was right when Glitchtrap started to hack him, so I was immediately kicked out, which made me believe I just couldn't use Freddy. What? Oh. What was my solution to this problem? Using the bed in the back corner to block Roxy from reaching me, and then running to the monitors when Glitchtrap started hacking Freddy again. While being wonky and silly, this actually wasn't half bad, though I was constantly anxious she would somehow grab me over it. I did eventually take the time to look up how to actually deal with her though, and then secured my victory. Victory comes jarringly with the last button press, and Glitchtrap is pulled away by whatever this fucking thing is, while you and Freddy escape. The end. Except, now I gotta do something about Vanny. Back in the Pizzaplex, I went for the exit and picked the Vanny option, which immediately gives me a cutscene where Freddy and I are back in Phaser Blast, the staff bots tearing Freddy apart while Vanny looks on. I run my way through to Vanny's room and hop on Princess Quest 3. Upon beating the game, you immediately get the ending cutscene, where the staff bots lose the red in their eyes, Vanny is apart, and Gregory is leaving the Pizzaplex with Freddy's head in his bag, and Vanessa ahead, free from Vanny's control. The ultimate end. Security Breach is a perfect example of running out of budget and time to fully flesh out your ambitions. There's so much just left out, and I can only hope that the big price tag on this game and the hype behind it beforehand help fund a much more fleshed out sequel. It might not have been a perfect game, but it gave me something truly new to experience. It had an identity to it that really stands out, even apart from the other Freddy's games. The environment is gorgeous, and the exploration has the potential to be stellar if done right. I genuinely can't say I was ever bored playing it. Something always had my attention, and you can tell it was made with a lot of love. I just really hope this game's failures don't hold back what could be a much more interesting direction for this franchise after breathing new life into it. Thank you so much for watching. I've come a long way since my last critique video, with countless projects thrown away due to a terribly fluctuating creative process. I just couldn't nail until I finally figured myself out. Now that I've hit the nail on the head with this video, I feel like I can finally start bringing you the quality content I've hoped to bring for all that time. If you do like this video, please do what you can to get it spreading, as I have a lot lined up, including but not limited to the entire Kingdom Hearts series, Persona 4 Golden, and Nier Automata currently. But I do also welcome more suggestions. First come, first serve. I started a completely fresh channel on Twitch where I will also be streaming whatever I'm playing, and my Discord is always open to fresh faces who want to hang out, chat, and play. Stay tuned for Totally Not Jump by Van Halen and some other stream highlights. I get up, and nothing gets me down. You got it tough, I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You gotta roll with the punches to get to what's real. Oh, can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Oh, can't you see what I mean? Now, might as well jump.
A meat pretzel, you say?
Bots cannot find Gregory when he's controlling Freddy. Yo, what the f-
Oh shit!
I hate that. Get out. Objective survive.
It just snaps on you, fucking.
Yeah, spring cat.
Blood coming.
Lunge. How do you fit? I think there's only room for the legs and his head. Because there's nothing up above.
Blood pouring out of his stomach hatch as he fucking grinds you into a fucking.
Ooh, the oven's breeded.
I thought that was like a big fucking like sword and it was like a Dark Souls boss. Roxy is a Dark Souls boss. It's just personified Sif.
I am sorry, Gregory. I would love
Freddy,
to do
please shut the fuck up. I don't think stealth is real. I think stealth is a fake concept. Invented by the government. Invented by the ultra neoliberal government. You know, because stealth, that's just something that they want you to believe in. I'm a little baby. I mean, like, when will it try to get scary? Or is it already, like, trying? Is it trying? No, 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 no. That is no, no, no. Don't say that about indie horror. One, this is not an indie horror game. This game was like $40 fucking dollars, and it's like 50 gigs. That is not a indie horror game. Five Nights at Freddy's is a household name now. Two, there are great indie horror games. Well, I also wouldn't say indie horror is actually good. I would say something like indie horror is a genre. Well, it's not. Well, it's not a genre. It's a category. There's terrible full-budget AAA horror games, and there's terrible indie horror games. Just like there's really good indie horror games, and there's really good high-budget AAA horror games. It's more innovative than their last titles, because let's be honest, having the same kind of Five Nights at Freddy's games over and over again was getting really fucking old. So to see one with this budget and actually like be more immersive and actually like this, everything else in Five Nights at Freddy's was lore. Like this is actually a game where you can actually tell a story and not have it just be like implications. And I prefer games of this nature. I don't like having to dig for lore. Like, instead of all this bullshit about, you know, fucking Afton and Purple Guy, that, you know, fucking garbage YouTubers have to make videos about and make excuses to pump out dog shit content for children. Yeah, Sister Location was good too. But yeah, like with this game, I can connect to it. I'm Gregory. I'm stuck in the pizzeria. Like, that's why I hate, speaking of the indie and AAA horror games, I don't think this game targets mouth-breathing 6-year-olds. I mean, most Five Nights at Freddy games target a more, I would argue it is a more accessible horror, because everything horror is implied. I mean, it's still better than, like, Hello Neighbor. Hello Neighbor makes me want to fucking blow my brains out. Like, this, the implications are there. Like, Five Nights at Freddy's, it doesn't have to be overly gory to sell its message. Like, cause what is there is fucked up horror-wise as it is. I mean, it's little children getting chompied by animatronics. Yeah, this game has, like, freezes. Like, this game stutters on my PC, and I have an RTX 2080. And I'm not even playing with ray tracing on. Oh, can I get over there? Probably. I'm also on max graphics. Yeah, but that's not bad. See, ray tracing is a lot more intensive than just being on high visual quality. And this game still kind of looks like dog shit. I mean, these escalators, like, let me actually tweak that, because I'm looking at my task manager right now, and it is kind of ridiculous how bad this game looks versus the actual quality. I see no difference. Wait, let me look this way. Wait, hold on. Alright. Dude. That looks the same. You're dog shitting me. My GPU usage went from 88 to 22, going from ultra to medium, and I see no fucking difference. That's insane. Dude, where's all that GPU usage going? Into Vanessa's fucking tits? Into Roxy's fucking Robo-Wolf coochie? Like, where is all that VRAM going? Oh, it's vagina RAM. Okay. Jesus, shut up. Okay. I shat on the escalator textures because they do look not great. But looking at, like, the details on this look phenomenal. Like, it looks like there's ray tracing. And I don't even have it on. Like, these light maps are insane. Like, this quality is really fucking good. I see no difference between all the way up and medium. Oh, no, 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 I didn't want to do that. Thanks, game. I literally hit the E key and it was like, you're dead. Hello? No! You're fucking kidding me! See, you know, this is why modern video games have autosaves. So you don't get utterly fucked over. One thing I don't like, it's just hitting me now. Because I've already said, like, yeah, why doesn't he just go to the security guard so you could just leave? Like, you could just leave. Like what are they gonna do? Arrest? He's a child. So, like, what are the animatronics actually doing when they catch him? Just taking him home? Like, isn't that what you want? The whole goal is to leave. Wouldn't you just be leaving with the security guard? Or leaving with the animatronics? Bad. Woman bad. So, I'm thinking they ran out of budget. Or they just, like, ran out of development time. Holy fuck, he's fast. And I definitely don't want to just sit there and... Because... the elevator isn't moving. What? Holy fuck, I broke the game. Oh my god, I broke the game. Is this actually functional? No, fuck off. Come on. Why wouldn't you, like, make this... stuff like this, like, actually tell you where everything is? Do I remember exactly how to solve maze size? Fuck no. Am I just gonna do it? Mm-hmm.
Monte Golf catwalks. I believe there is a control panel.
Where? Where? Where were you? Huh? What? Like, I was running from nothing and then she was just behind me anyways? Making no noise? Like, where was she? Like, huh? What the hell? Oh, look, and now the monitor doesn't work. See, this is what I was talking about. Look at this bug. Now the monitor doesn't work. So now I won't even know what changes. Here, yeah, kill me. It's fine. Where is she? Where is she? Come on. Kill me. Hello? Kill me? Seriously, this is the weirdest thing about the game, is when these security bots catch you. Yeah, see, that's what's supposed to happen. Ah! What? That was the Princess Quest note? Oh, you bitch. The saddest thing about that present cutout is it doesn't even look like the presents that you get in this game. It was just lit up like one, so I was like, Jesus, that pew sound in my right ear fucking freaked me out. I thought I, like, just came down with a hearing disorder, like, as soon as it happened. Sorry, this game is just melting my brain cells. My man looks like Tobor? Was it Tobor from
Commence testing phase.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl? The fucking, like, weird head? No! Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you fucking bitch. I'm gonna suck your cock violently.
I'm gonna cock your suck. Oh, right, I forgot I gotta go to Roxy.
I'm gonna cuck your sock.
I'm gonna cuck your sock.
By
I'm gonna
jerking
fuck you
off
and
into
I'm gonna
the
put
sock.
googly eyes on a sock and then fuck you and make it
Put
watch.
googly eyes on a sock. I'm gonna pin it to a wall. Yeah, you fucking bitch. I'm gonna suck your cock violently.
I'm gonna cock your suck. Oh, right, I forgot I gotta go to Roxy.
I'm gonna cuck your sock.
I'm gonna cuck your sock.
By
I'm gonna
jerking
fuck
off
you
into
and I'm
the
gonna put
sock.
googly eyes on a sock and then fuck you and make it
Put
watch.
googly eyes on a sock. I'm gonna pin it to a wall. Tell
Oh
you,
my
man,
God.
that Sunussy is tempting.
That's sussy. The sussy and mussy. Fuck! God. I had one that would just keep giving me green over and over again, except for one blue.
So you,
It was
so
too
you
funny, I wasn't paying
rapidly
attention.
click through the green.
No, I didn't lose. I didn't lose that one. It was just really fucking stupid.
Oh. I want an edit where it's just the oh.
Oh God, I'm all the way back here, dude. I'm so
I
sad.
want one where it's just oh in varying tones.
Ah, 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 ah. What is making your spawn? What? Literally, what even is spawning her? Like.
Security.
I'm gonna put it in a jar.
Yes.
Oh, I can't even pass through it? That's weird.
He said, "Fuck you."
That was
Fuck.
fucking.
Fuck
That
you,
took the
Giggery.
air out of me.
Fuck you, Giggery.